Legion Tactical Cutlery.
Hold the line!
Hey everyone, how you guys doing? Grugs here, Legion Tactical Cutlery. Welcome once again, troops, legionnaires, new recruits. If you enjoy this type of content, don't forget, like, share, comment, and subscribe. All right, today in front of you, we see the Oerla OLK-D46 in D2 steel. This will be my first knife in D2 steel from Oerla to test out, and I am excited. What are you all carrying today? Once again, I have my Langren A687 flipper folder in a Tonto configuration. It's a badass blade. Veterans, active military, just want to say thank you very much for your service. We appreciate you all. Enjoy the video. Quick specs, let's get it done. Once again, this is the Oerla OLK-D46 tactical knife and outdoor knife. Overall length, 8.82 inch. Blade length, 4.45 inch. Blade thickness is 4.83 millimeters. Blade material is D2, and it's a clip point type of a knife. Rockwell is 59 to 61 HRC. Handle length is 4.33 inch. Handle material is G10. The weight of the knife is 8.4 ounces. It features a full Tang, lanyard hole, Kydex, and a tech lock. Now, don't forget to go check out their website. They got plenty of other knives over there, and they are awesome and priced right. Good news, sun just popped out so you can get a good view of this knife. Okay, so we have a clip point blade, slight recurve, some nice jimping over here. More tactical in nature, but I guarantee we could use this as a hunting knife or outdoor knife. Small guard here and here. Wonderful G10 handles, full Tang goodness, removable scales, lanyard hole. It's a pretty well-made knife in my opinion. First time I'll be testing the Oerla in D2. Okay, so the grind is a mid saber. All right, so this is flat. Even the swedge over here is flat. It's got a nice thick spine. There's some of that jimping that I was talking about, and unfortunately the back of this, or the spine, is not sharp. Not a deal breaker. You could always take a Dremel and sharpen up these the spine. We're going to test it out anyway. Here's the other side of the knife. It's just a good looking blade, man. So I can't wait to put it to the test. This will be the first D2 knife from Oerla I will be testing. It fits really nice in the hand too, man. So, you know, soldiers, if you're interested in this knife, it feels pretty good. Now let's take a look at the sheath. All right, the sheath is a pancake style, which is my favorite. Okay, so they did this really nice. Plenty of eyelet holes. You could add attachments, ferro rod attachments, pouches, okay, whatever that you guys and gals can think of. Does come with a tech lock. This is removable, could be used in an upright or scout configuration. You remove it, put your own dangler on here, or get something third party. Let's pop this knife in. Okay, there you go. It's nice and sturdy, no noise, no rattle, good retention. Now let's get to work. I know what you're thinking. Why did I pick the most ugliest looking log? Because it's hard as a rock, man, and I need to test out this D2 blade from Oerla. All right, so yeah, it's ugly, but it should put this edge to a good test. I am going to use the lanyard. Let me pop this on, and let's get to chopping this area over here, right here where this knot is too. Oh yeah, this is a hard piece of wood for sure. So a pretty decent size for this size knife in my opinion. You know, I'm not chopping down a tree with it. However, it is a decent size, and I think pretty realistic and workable. So I'm holding the handle all the way towards the rear. It's got this little bird's beak area over here, which is good. So I've got my 2 fingers towards the rear. The lanyard does help in this situation. And so far so good, it's sharp. So I know for a fact I picked a good piece of wood. I'm using this this part of the blade right here. It's got more belly, okay, than the recurve. And I'm kind of using the front part to do a little bit of the chopping. You hear that? You hear that, man? That's a hard piece of wood. Now I am, as always, trying to use every part of the blade, and you can see some of the discoloration in the coating. So I am definitely using every part of the blade, have no fear. The sweet spot, the sweet spot is definitely this forward part where there's more belly right up here in the front. Okay, let's just take a look at this edge while I have you on the camera. It looks real good so far, man. No damage, and I'm telling you, this is one hard piece of wood, man. I mean, you know, it feels solid. I mean, you could hear it, but now after I cut it, like the wood's crumbling. I don't know, weird, but I'm telling you this, it's giving this knife a run for the money. I mean, still sharp, man. So far so good. Well, let's keep going until we get all the way through this, huh? Now I'm using a little bit of the rear part of the blade. Okay, I'm just going to start eating away towards this knot area. Definitely picked a good piece of wood, man. Definitely picked a good piece of wood. Sit back, relax, grab yourself a nice drink and some popcorn, because I think this is going to take a little while. I'm giving it my all, man. I see just a tiny bit of glinting over here. Tiny bit. Tiny bit. I'm sure if I was going to do a paper cut, it's still sharp though. Huh, since I did that, that glint is gone. Unbelievable. That's interesting. All right, very cool. Let's keep going. So that's a pretty nice notch right there, huh? A very, very weird area for this knot. So I have no choice but to use that front part of the belly of the blade. There goes a nice little piece. So without the gloves, I'm feeling see a little blister starting to form. It's just a tiny hot spot, but I am, seriously chopping a hard piece of wood over here. So you know what? Just so, my hands are all cut up, I'm gonna put on a pair of gloves. Give me a second. All right, I'm back. Got my glove. Edge is still looking good. Let's see how this feels with the glove. Oh my God, much better. So pretty good test. Let me just flip this around. Pretty good test for the first time trying an Oerla in D2 steel. Okay, here you go, man. I'm winded for sure, man, but look at that. Look at that. That's hard, man. That sounds almost like it's resin. Okay, look at that. Real nice, man. That was a nice knot. Let's move on. pretty good challenge. I'm gonna do some, you can take a look at that. I'm gonna do some vertical batoning with this knife. It's the appropriate size, and I definitely want to go through this and see how it performs. See if we can make some halves and quarters, huh? You hear that cracking? Okay, it went through. It went through. Let me take the thicker piece and let's try it again. Okay, real nice. That's easy to split, you know? Yeah, looks good, man. Looks good. Ow. Splinter just got me. Just take off this dirty bark over here. At least this hardwood is curling up real nice. I'm satisfied, really satisfied. Okay, I'm gonna leave these for the conclusion. I want to try a little bit different species now. I chopped this the other day. Feels drier. So let's make some feather sticks out of this one. There we go. Awesome. Let's get rid of this bark for later. I tell you, man, this knife just, I mean, this wood just wedges itself up against the knife. Okay. There we go. Beautiful. Let's do it again. Okay, nice split. So I noticed that when the scouts come here, you know, for their camp out, they grab my kindling, which I'm pretty happy about, you know. But I got a ton of it. I got a ton of it just up on the stumps. But they come here, they grab what they need, and then they go use it, which I'm really, really happy about. Okay, doing a little pounding. You can see that wedge starting, I mean that crack starting to form right there, real good. Okay, I got that knot over here, I think. Well, you know what? Let's see if I could do a little prying with this knife. Okay. There's a lot of fibers in there, but I am prying it right now. Just don't want to get hurt. So let me finish See if I could just finish this like this. All right, not bad, not bad at all. Okay, let's use this tip to take the bark off, which is great. Let's do it again over here. Okay, look at that. Perfect example of using the tip. Cutting through that bark, no problem. To be fair though, it's kind of wet. I don't know if that means anything to some of you woodsmen out there. Let's make a nice feather stick out of this. Not holding back on this one. I definitely want to know how this D2 holds up. From Oerla. And I know with their 420 high carbon, it's serious bang for buck. Again, I'm trying some prying. Nice. Nice. Let me just be safe over here. All right, we're looking good. Kind of a shitty feather stick. But let's see. All right. Wow, digging in, man. Holy cow. All right, well, right now we're making individual curls, which is great. Let me see if I can use the front part of the blade. Yeah. Looking good. Okay, that looks real good. It's so sharp, it's just going right through. I'm trying to make a feather stick. Unbelievable. Oh boy. Let's try it a different way. Okay, you get the idea. It's awesome. Here's the nice pile. Individual curls. Here's the feather stick. Not bad for a tactical knife, man. And you know, those glints are gone. I'm not sure what I was seeing before, but those glints are gone. The blade looks really good. You know what? Let me try the dry wood for the people who want me to test out dry wood. Once again, let me get rid of this dirty bark. I'm still making curls though, no matter how hard this thing is. Okay, that's good, man. That's good stuff. Let's try a little cross baton, and I've got, you know, different species of wood over here. There's some knots. I'm gonna go through the knots and see how this knife works out. Since it's a recurve, I'm definitely gonna use the belly part of the front part of the blade. Okay, knot. Looks good. Let's do it again. Here's another knot right here. Okay. Just lining it up. Okay, it's almost through. I'll just redo it a little different way. But it got through. One more time. We are through. That edge looks really good, man. Can't really complain about this edge. Let me just pick up a piece of wood. These are the pieces I just went through. Okay, not pretty, but they went through. This I started using in the beginning of the video. Look at that little curl right there. Okay, that's the front part of the blade that I used to cross baton. And it's making some nice fine curls. I think we're looking good. However, I have one more I want to test out. Let me just get this out of the way so it doesn't start flying all over the place. Okay, let's do it in this area where the knot is, where that branch came out. Okay, that's nice and hard. You can see the gash. Abusing that tip a little bit. Just destroying my baton. I got to get this off, reposition it. But this is stuck in there, man. Jeez. Okay. Okay, right through the knot. Looking good. There's no edge damage, no deformation. Just one tough knife with D2 steel. Okay. Check it out. Let me see if I can go all the way through. That's one problem with a, with a small handle is you can't really get, look at that. So I'm definitely putting this to the test, and it's not the knife causing this, it's the baton. All right, look at that, look at the gash. Let's finish it. All right, let me pick that up. Okay, check that out, man. That's pretty good. All right, I know I didn't go through it in one go, but you're gonna, gonna have to forgive me on that one. However, this knife is looking good. What'd I do with that piece of wood? There you go. That's the front part of the blade that I was batoning with, and it's making curls. All right, edge is looking really good, man. Let's do a tip test, man. I want to see how this tip holds out in D2 steel. Looks robust enough, so let's see what happens. This is that hard, ugly piece of wood. I'm gonna do a tip test over here. I'm gonna make a divot, see how it works out. Okay, I'm using the point, adding just a bit of stress to the tip. Tip is still there. I know that divot is looking a little on the rough side, but the tip is still there, intact and straight. Okay, maybe it's my knife, but that looks awesome. That's a nice divot. It's deep, and probably if I wanted to make this video go as long as possible, I'd go all the way through with this. That's how confident I feel about this knife. So good test. Now I want to use the tip to split. So let me get another piece of wood and we'll test it out. Okay, I got my glove on just for safety, and also my blisters are killing me. Let's see how the tip performs with these two pieces right over here. Actually, that's not going to work, so what I'll do is I'll make sure that this is secure around my hand. Okay, let's see. Unfortunately, the glove is slipping a little bit. That kind of sucks. So it is splitting, as you can see. There we go. All right, I got it done. So it's split. All right. Tip looks good. Did it again. Let me finish it. Okay, as you can see, that's, I guess this was through some kind of a knot of some sort. Let's try this one. It's a little bit longer, it's round. I'm just going to be careful, ensuring that I don't make a mess out of my hands. Okay, now that it's in there. Oh, nice, look at that. All right, you know what? Hold on a second. It's got a slightly protruding tang, which is good. Okay, check it out, man. Split. I like doing that. I do like doing that. Tip is good. Let's finish this off. Okay, I don't even have to use the whole tip to go down the whole branch. Let me see, I'm by this knot area. Now, I am using my thumb to hold it with this very slippery glove. It's not the handles that are slippery, it's this glove, but I am using my thumb. Okay. And we got kindling, let's say, for a firebox stove. Man, I'm done, man. This is another awesome knife from Oerla, under 50 bucks. Go check out their website. This is the OLK-D46 and D2 steel, man. Awesome. Just awesome. Look at that. Cool. So, first responders, service members in the military, law enforcement, man, you got a pretty inexpensive knife that's going to kick some ass out there. Going to kick some ass. Great job so far. I have a few more items I want to test. I did say I was going to test the spine. I did it off camera, and it's just not doing the job, unfortunately. It's not a deal breaker. You know, for those who have the courage to do so, get a Dremel and you could Dremel that in, or you get a proper tool. But as an example, you could see, you know, it's just not doing much. You know what, let me try this part over here. Maybe by the clip point. Okay, well, it looks like the clip point might be the way to go. That's the one thing I didn't test. I was testing everything out. I didn't even think about the clip point, but that looks good. Now let me see if it'll do it with the wood instead of the bark. Okay, very little. As you can see, that little bit of fluff right there, very little. It'll take a lot of effort in a situation where something is needed. You know, you're going to use that part. So it might take you a little bit of time, but it'll get the job done, it seems. So great. That's awesome. We've just found out something together. Okay, cool. All right, let me put that here in the pile. All right, so everybody can see that little area over there. Now I've got, for the first responders, you know, policemen, military. Okay, I got some of the seatbelt material. Let me just double up on this a little bit. All right, let's put that in the pile. Campers, hikers, hunters who need some paracord, military paracord, might be a good knife for a parachutist. Okay, nice and small. You know, military personnel, law enforcement, first responder, they need something small on their belt. You got it right here. Okay, twist ties, doubled up. Okay, that little recurve is pretty cool. Last but not least, I got some of this natural rope over here. There we go. Not bad, not bad at all. Once again, Oerla proving that it's putting out a fantastic budget blade. Fantastic knife. I really enjoyed using this knife. Once again, surprised me a little bit with that clip point. I didn't even think about using that clip point to do some scraping, you know. So it did very well. It did everything else very well, man. It chopped through that really hard log. Not that anybody would be using it for chopping, okay? Just a knife channel doing some knife testing. And man, you know, this is a dog in the running, boy. Let me tell you, awesome blade. Awesome blade. And you can see you can do a whole bunch of cam choice. You know, I was leaning more tactical, you know, towards the military. It's law enforcement, first responder type knife. But you know what? It's an all-rounder, man. You could definitely do some bushcrafting with this. That is still sharp. It's still kicking ass. And you know, again, I started working with it. I didn't care about the design. You know, those wavy areas on the spine. It did fine, man. The knife did fine. If you like it, go ahead, buy it, and use this knife, man, because you could trust your life with this knife. All right, troops, legionnaires, new recruits, as always, really appreciate you all checking out my channel. I want to bring awareness to everybody. Hashtag 22 a day. Hashtag 22 a day no more. There are veterans in active military that once they get out of the service, they do face a lot of challenges. And unfortunately, one of these challenges is suicide. At the end of this video, pause and slides, call those phone numbers, check out those websites, and seek the help you all have earned and deserved. Legionnaires, at the ready, hold the line, take care.
Legionnaires!